Hey guys, welcome to the Real Deal video blog. This week I want to talk to you about having a social life in recovery. So if you're an adult, and especially if you're a young adult, being sober can sound pretty bad. I mean, it's really common for social activities to revolve around drinking. Your coworkers or your friends, they probably go out and drink after work on the weekdays, and on the weekends your friends go to bars and parties to drink some more. And even if you decide to stay home and participate in a family gathering instead, there's a good chance there will be alcohol involved and people drinking. So what are you supposed to do? Well, maybe you're one of those lucky ones who can still have fun. Maybe you can go out and just not drink and not be tempted to drink and be outgoing and smooth enough to still feel comfortable when everyone else is drinking. But the truth is, most people who try and do that feel pretty uncomfortable, and they end up either feeling bad and going home, or hopefully this doesn't happen, but it does happen, they end up picking up a drink again, and they're back at square one, off to the races with their addiction. So obviously, if you're getting sober, your social life can't continue the way it was before, especially if your friends are partying and doing drugs all the time, because let's face it, if you were in active addiction, chances are you were hanging out with people doing the same stuff you were, which is something that you probably should be staying away from in recovery. So what's the answer? Is it just stay home and feel sad all weekend? Well, that's definitely an option. I won't stop you if that's what you really want to do. But you can also choose to do other things instead. Believe it or not, drinking is not the only thing that people do in their spare time. Even people who aren't sober do things besides drink for fun. It can certainly seem that way if you're really feeling sorry for yourself, but the truth is you have pretty much unlimited options when it comes to activities to do without drinking. The easiest thing is to get involved with some form of recovery in your community. I'm talking about programs like AA and Smart Recovery. Becoming part of a group pretty much solves this problem. You'll get invited to all kinds of activities, and you'll make friends, and everything will be totally substance-free because they're in exactly the same boat that you are. And you don't have to limit yourself to just sober groups either. Maybe that's not your cup of tea in terms of the people you want to be friends with, and that's okay. You can also go the DIY, the do-it-yourself route. Pretty much any city will have tons of options for people to get out and socialize without having to drink. Believe it or not, like I said before, a lot of people who drink simply choose not to drink and do other activities instead that don't involve alcohol. There are all kinds of activities that you can join, like joining a community sports team, for example, or getting involved with a club that involves a hobby, or even finding a new hobby and then getting involved with the group that way. You could volunteer and give the gift that you've been given back to the community. Pretty much any activity that you can think of will have a corresponding group of people who are into it. Even if you're into something weird, chances are you can find a group of people on the internet who share your interest, and you can use the power of the internet to find them. So when you get sober, it's easy to tell yourself, it's not worth it, I'll be lonely, it's going to be terrible. But this is just your mind trying to trick you into drinking and going back out. And it's probably a question you can answer yourself, but what's going to happen if you do that? The people who make the most of their sobriety have fuller and more satisfying lives than ever before. And does that sound like something that you want? If it is, then all you have to do is make the choice to go and get it.